Today we are going to be talking about the Dolan Twins. The Dolan Twins. Hi everyone, welcome back to
whatever the hell this is.
The reason I'm talking about them is because for some reason they've been on my mind a lot recently. Mainly because I loved their videos so much back in the day. And it's also weird how they never just had a final goodbye everyone kind of video. Which it almost feels like a cliffhanger in a movie or a show or something like that. Because I remember they made a whole bunch of goodbye videos in the past, but they never actually left. They may have left for a few weeks, sometimes even days, and then they'll just come back like nothing happened. But for the one goodbye where they actually left, there's no goodbye video. So I tried to do some research on their whole history and quite possibly where they could be now. So you don't have to. Let's get into it. So the Dolan Twins became famous from Vine, like most YouTubers now came from Vine. They became famous in Vine around 2015, 16 maybe. And they mainly became popular because they were like a whole bunch of cute middle schoolers. So lots of young girls watched them just because they were really attractive and cute. I mean, yes, the videos were funny and they were kind of cringe, but Vine really was cringe, honestly. But again, they were funny, so they got some views. So they moved to Los Angeles from New Jersey at the mere age of 13, which I didn't even know was legal. They lived completely by themselves by the age of 16. They didn't finish high school. They have a mom named Lisa who is a hairdresser, and they had a father who was a superintendent of schools. So as you can imagine, their parents were really hesitant on them moving out because they were so young and they never finished high school. But eventually, they allowed them. So the first few years on YouTube was kind of not the best. Not saying it was bad, it was just not good quality. They didn't even know what they were doing. They were pretty cringe. They were just kind of playing it by ear. But as the years progressed, their videos became much more creative and much more fun and well thought out. So they began to take off in subscribers. They became so popular. Everyone was talking about them. I'm pretty sure they won a few streaming awards, I think it's called, for best YouTuber. I could be wrong on that. And then later on they began to become more open about the fact that they got consumed with the YouTuber lifestyle. The lifestyle where you have to make videos every day. You have to make sure people like it. You have to look at subscribers, look at likes, make sure everyone's with you. Stuff like that. So they really want to understand how to manage that a little more. So they went to Shane Dawson and they asked for his advice because he's the grandpa of YouTube because he's been on YouTube since 2006 or something. So basically, to sum down what Shane said in the video, he basically said quality over quantity. So don't try to do videos every single Thursday like they initially have been doing for the past 6 years on their channel. Just try to post whenever they really feel creative and to make sure it's the best thing they're doing instead of just making random videos that are hardly going to get no views and that they're not passionate about. So this is kind of out of order, but they also formed the Sister Squad when they befriended James Charles and Emma Chamberlain. That's what they called themselves, the Sister Squad, where they did lots of fun videos together, and their subscribers started to double at that point because not only were they the Dolan Twins, but they also had really two popular personalities by their sides. So it was one of those squads that people just loved. Everyone loved them. The same thing with the Shane Dawson squad. I don't know if they have a name, but the squad that included Shane, Ryland, Morgan, Garrett, Andrew, all those people. But they're no more, so anyway. So during this time together, there was a rumor that Ethan and Emma were dating, but it hasn't been confirmed or denied, but most people think, Ethan has a girlfriend now, so they know they're definitely not dating now. There's also was a theory that Grayson and James were dating, but he did confirm that that wasn't true, just to be sure. Even though he took a lie detector test that said that he was lying, that they were actually dating, which kind of made the rumors spark even more.
Alright, this is from James Charles. He said, "Will you marry me?"
No. He's having a problem with that one. I guess he is rich, you know.
Okay, we don't need to fucking make that rumor get any bigger. Should we just say Grayson and James are obviously not fucking dating? Should we just say it once and for all?
It's pretty apparent. I didn't think I'd have to say
But they might get married.
True, because he's rich.
But apparently the Sister Squad kind of had a falling out that wasn't completely dying. So apparently the Sister Squad just had a falling out, but they never exactly explained what the falling out was or involved. So Ethan basically stated, he said, and I quote, "It wouldn't be fair for us to talk about it unless everybody in the squad had their opportunity to speak on it." So again, I'm going to take it by a grain of salt and say that they had a falling out. Something happened, but they don't want to discuss it. And Grayson also revealed that, I think it was in his podcast, that they haven't talked in like years. Like they barely contacted each other since like the Sister Squad was at its hype. And they said that they're not sure if they're comfortable revealing it, so that's the only information I could get off of it. So apparently there isn't bad blood between Emma Chamberlain and James Charles. Apparently they're still pretty close, and they're, I don't know, the beauty guru friends. But apparently Emma and James are not following the Dolan twins on Instagram or Twitter. Again, I don't want to say that's to determine if they're friends or not, but apparently, I don't know. That's just another speculation. So some people think that they just don't like the Dolan twins anymore. But unfortunately, in 2019, their father passed away from cancer, whom they've been open to be very, very, very close to. They made lots of videos about him and say that he was like the best father they could ask for. They also made a video called "Losing My Best Friend," which is supposed to be, of course, an homage to their father after 1 year of him passing away. That's when they went to their hometown and interviewed so many people who knew of their father, and they had nothing but amazing things to say about him. And the cool part is that this video wasn't made to profit. This video, when you watch it, all the money went to a cancer foundation, so I thought that was really cool. But still, even at this point, they still, updated their channel really consistently, surprisingly, which no one expected. They also had a podcast called Deeper with the Dolan Twins, where, of course, they interview people, talk about the personal lives. They kind of got, more personal than their average channel. And eventually they decided to quit their main channel altogether and focus plainly on the podcast. But before that happened, they had a vlog channel, which they would consistently update all the time. But then they moved to their podcast and decided to ditch their YouTube channels altogether and just focus fully on the podcast. Which is pretty surprising because on the podcast, Ethan said that he very much loves the vlog channel. And it was his main thing that he was really proud of and really wanted to focus on. But then later on, they pretty much deleted every single one of their vlogs and deleted lots of their podcasts and basically said that looking back at the vlogs, it was embarrassing to them and they do not want any memory of them. Which is kind of sketchy and weird. I don't know how that did a whole flip-flop. Then at that point, they basically disappeared off the face of the earth. They completely went haywire, on hiatus, and no one really knew why. And I'm not just talking about YouTube. They disappeared from literally everything. They disappeared from TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, you name it. They're gone. But a few months into their disappearance, they actually guest starred on Jeanette McCurdy's podcast, where they kind of talked about their hiatus a little more.
They're not doing yours anymore. Is that right?
Yeah.
Why? What happened? How long did you do it for?
It kind of circles back to what you were saying before about really making sure that we know ourselves before putting everything out.
Huh.
I realize I'm changing so rapidly in my life. As soon as I turn 21, for some reason, I'm okay, I need to be a full-blown adult now. And I just feel like I can't do that overnight.
Are you both 21 now?
We're both 21, yeah.
Okay, got it.
I turned 21 in December, so it's been some time. But
yeah,
I feel like I'm really striving to mature myself and think about the things that I'm really passionate about or that I want to change. And I can't learn them all fast enough to be speaking about them on a weekly basis.
But they basically revealed everything that we already kind of knew about them. They basically stated that they lost motivation for the channel and that they really want to focus on their lives because I feel like they didn't really get to enjoy their like childhood and teen years that much because they were working so young when they were doing the channel. So they kind of want to find themselves, kind of find like get out there more, just away from the crowds. So what I did learn is that Ethan is still dating his like Australian girlfriend that he was dating when they were still posting videos. I believe her name is Christina Alice, who's kind of a social media personality. They were actually seen in public on October in 2021. And I think it was on her Instagram where she posted that she was celebrating their 3-year anniversary. And also, Ethan and Graython's dog, because I remember they adopted a dog shortly before they disappeared. I think they were also seen on her Instagram as well. So we know they still have the dog. She hasn't really posted anything about Ethan since then, but we can assume they're probably still together since the dog was in their videos, unless they gave her the dog for some reason. But still, we really have no updates on Grayson. Like, we see nothing of him, honestly. We don't know if he's dating anyone. We don't know what he's been up to. We really have no clue. When I was reading an article about him, people say that Grayson is considered like the popular twin. And I could kind of see why. Not saying I favor him more than Ethan, but it's true. People, like, only talk about Grayson. Like, when they say the Dolan Twins, like, my favorite's always Grayson. Like, poor Ethan. Like, what did Ethan do? The only way the fans can really, like, get updates on Ethan and Grayson's whereabouts is through their company, which is called Wakeheart, where they actually do a candle company. They sell candles now. They're doing a collaboration with the Merrill twins, so at least they're working on candles. That's all the information I could really find off of them. I couldn't find any information from 2023. Like, I have no clue what they've done for the New Year's or anything like that. So that's mainly it for the video. I know it's nothing crazy. I'm just curious if anyone still remembers the Dolan twins, because no one has done like a really quick like analysis of them, because like generally there's no information of them, which is kind of funny. I mean, they're celebrities and they're just living in the life. They're just chillaxing, which is, I mean, I love that for them, honestly. I'm still subscribed to them, so sometimes I'm hoping that they would just randomly post on YouTube and be like, hey guys, we're back. Or not even just back, maybe just like a little update, like a Q&A or something like that. That would be really exciting. But for now, they're still on hiatus, working on their fragrant candle line. So thank you for watching. And now, as the Dolan Twins would say,
Peace. Peace.